Hello summoners and welcome back to Counterplay. This time we'll be taking a look at Shaco. Shaco's early game is noticeably weaker than in prior seasons, and this is because your Deceive starts at a 1.5 second stealth. This is why you may not be seeing Shaco's level 2 gank with red buff hardly as much or at all anymore, considering the fact that he used to do this almost every game. In the early game, he's pretty weak until he gets his Tiamat. He can't farm Raptors well without Smite, and he can't farm Krugs well without Smite either. Contest his early game and don't let him get to his timings, because the champion does not have the same early pressure as he's historically known for. Shaco really wants to get to his Tiamat timing as well as a couple points in his Deceive and some boots. At levels 4 and 5, he can start to get off decent ganks on side lanes, because this is when you need to start watching out. Most Shacos will take Ignite, so the best thing that you can do is make sure 100% if you do get ganked and die and he blows his Ignite, make sure you let everybody on your team know not only was he topside, but yes, he did use his Ignite, because in the early game, unless he's obscenely fed, this is really where he's going to get his kills. Once you reach the late game, Sweeper is going to be your best friend, and not getting one every game by the end versus him is definitely going to make the game harder. For all supports, junglers, and maybe even solo laners, consider picking up a Sweeper, that way you think anytime Shaco's going to stealth or try to kill your backline, you drop the Sweeper and hit him with CC. You can't directly reveal him, but you can reveal his position, making it easier to hit him with CC. This is not to say that Shaco is not a good champion for solo queue, he is incredibly oppressive once ahead. However, the best way to beat Shaco is to do everything to suppress him from getting to his late game. 3 champions that you can use to help beat Shaco are Twisted Fate, Lulu, and Nidalee. Twisted Fate is a pretty tanky mage all things considered, usually because he gets Azanias, Rod of Ages, and even Ninja Tabby, and due to the fact that he has the really nice hard CC with his gold card, and his ultimate reveals Shaco and finds him, this becomes a great counter pick. Lulu is the prototypical stuff assassin playstyle support, and it's no different for Shaco. With Polymorph and her ultimate, it's not too hard to beat a Shaco. As far as Nidalee or even something like Lee Sin, these are the hardest champions to make work versus Shaco in terms of difficulty, however they are hard counter picks as far as what they can do. Shutting him down in the early game, permanently invading him and making sure he never gets to his Tiamat, his Berserker Greaves, and that Trinity Force, because his build is very expensive, and you can start to see why Shaco isn't necessarily viable in competitive play. A really good high elo jungler could easily stomp a Shaco by suppressing him and making sure he never gets out of the early game. This has been the Mobalytics Counterplay for Shaco. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials and let us know who you want to see in the next Counterplay. If you've never used the product before, use Mobalytics.gg, your all-in-one platform for improving League of Legends.